start now that this unnecessary intro is over. Hello everybody, my name is Uncle Galgar. Christmas has arrived, and for a present I brought 5 overpowered builds for Death Sentence 1 down, since no one has done that in the past. All of the builds I will be showing use strong skills combined with meta perk decks, make up for some really broken builds. Now, if your favorite perk deck didn't make it in this video here, and you want a build for it, I do have a video that showcases one build for every of the 21 perk decks. I will put a link to that video in the description. Oh, and just a heads up, I won't be explaining every perk deck in full detail, just some small amount of information, so you get the base idea of what the perk deck does, assuming you don't know them. Same goes for the skills. I won't be explaining why I took any skill, only some that I think need some explanation. Like, for example, I won't be explaining why you should take Bullseye Basic on a dodge build. You get what I mean. Now let's get started with the first build. Starting with a dodge deck. Hacker is easily the best dodge perk deck out there, considering you get more dodge than any other perk deck. Well, except Sicario, but only at certain times. With Hacker, you get a pocket ECM that allows you to stun enemies when using it. It is a bit inconsistent though, so don't rely fully on it. The pocket ECM also grants you health back upon enemy kill when it is active. And also on top of that, you get an extra 20 dodge after a kill. Now for the build itself, here in Mastermind there isn't anything special. Just a good old Inspire Ace and 2 Chokers. No Hostage Taker though, because you already have first aid kits, and as I said before, the pocket ECM also can heal you back up. So you don't really need Hostage Taker. Oh, and I'm also using Painkiller's Ace instead of Quick Fix Ace. But Uncle, why should I not use Quick Fix Ace and remove Painkillers? Painkillers give the person revive a 80% damage reduction for 5 seconds. That is extremely useful for whenever you revive someone through walls or something. Basically somewhere where you cannot kill the cops around that person where he just died. This damage reduction gives that person enough time to run back into cover. Quick Fix Ace doesn't give you any of that. Quick Fix Ace is a crime to use if you have Inspire Ace. Now here in Enforcer, I'm using Shotgun or Ace with a Dragon's Breath round shotgun as a secondary. I know that the fire can kill shields without the need of being behind the shield, but it's still pretty useful for whenever you have your other shotgun pulled out, or if you have no ammo in your magazine left and you need to stun a shield. Here in Technician, I picked up Lock and Load Ace. You might think this won't work with shotguns, but you are actually wrong. Since both of our shotguns are automatic, the reload boost does indeed work for those. Duck and cover Ace for some more dodge while sprinting, and some crits here. Pretty self-explanatory. Same goes for the 9 lives here in Fugitive. Now for the weapons, as I said before, we have 2 shotguns. An Isma shotgun and a Grim shotgun as secondary, loaded with Dragon Breath rounds. The Grim allows for some very easy killing. You just run around and shoot in the direction of wherever the cops are. If you encounter dozers or anything that is tougher like cloakers or medics, since you can't really stun them, you just switch over to your Isma shotgun and, you know, be fine.
Break out of here without some help. Down! Down! Oi, motherfucker! On me now! Bulldozer! Get me down! It's a motherfucking bulldozer! Shit is down! Bulldozer! Here's a first aid kit. Bulldozer!
It's down.
Bulldozer! Bulldozer! Bulldozer taking care of! Hey, it's just mental. Get back up. Taking care of! Get behind something! Got the fucking medic. Move! Inside! To the left!
Kingpin gives you an injector that more or less makes you invincible for 6 seconds when using it. You also get health back from it whenever your armor is still active during injector. Now with that said, you can still die during the injector from cloakers or units that do a lot of damage with one shot, like a green dozer or a 40 health street cop shotgunner. So be aware. Now in the mastermind tree I took hostage taker Ace here, because it's not that easy to heal up with this perk deck like it is with hacker. I won't go over the other skills again, since I have done that already on the hacker build. In Enforcer I went for ammo bags and Bulletstorm Ace, so we can feed our commander rocket launcher with, well, rockets. When using an ammo bag, you get some seconds of where you don't lose any ammo when shooting. That is extremely broken combined with the commando. In Technician I have Jack of all trades aced, so we can grab both ammo bags and first aid kits or medic bags or anything really. The choice is yours. Also have Lock and Load basic, so we can run around and still using our weapons. Some basic skills in Ghost, 9 lives Ace in Fugitive, and Bloodthirst Ace, so we get some reload boost for our rocket launcher. You just need to get some melee kills for that. Now the primary LMG should be used for single cops or bulldozers, I guess. But your actual primary weapon is still a commander rocket launcher. Just don't kill your teammates when using this build.
Get off your ass!
Somebody help Della. There's a hostage unit coming for it.
Taken care of! Taser eliminated!
Jacket is down.
Get off your ass! Walker down! That's one of the medic! Got the fucking medic!
Guard is down.
That's the end of the medic! Yes, medic down! History! Put your hands up! Taken care of!
Somebody help Jacket.
Hey, just mental! Get back up! Taken care of! Bulldozer down! Walker eliminated! Tasers history! Taser eliminated! Double time! Yes! Down!
Somebody help Della.
Kill the medic! Walker taken care of! Move!
Stoic is easily the most powerful perk tag as in survivability. It seems a bit complicated at first if you are new to it, But once you understand it, it is going to perform insanely good, trust me. Stoic converts all your armor into health. 75% of the damage income will be converted into damage over time, which can be cancelled and out-healed by the Stoic Hip Flask. Damage over time also goes away after a few ticks. I highly recommend you playing with the stack on Deathwish first to really understand it, and then head over to Death Sentence with it. This is definitely the most Death Sentence Without beginner friendly perk deck because of how strong it is. Mastermind has essentially the same setup as the previous two other builds. So I will skip this tree, no need to explain anything here. Here I went for Ironman Ace, so we get a lot of health, since our armor is converted into health. I obviously didn't take Bullseye here, since it's completely pointless. It doesn't heal you or anything. Lock and load Ace here for some good reload boost. No body expertise though, because I rather spend those skill points here in Ghost for crits. They help a lot with dealing with dozers. I think it's better to have crits instead of body expertise. If you don't know how to use Unseen Strike, just get hit by an enemy cop, then wait for seconds in cover without being shot, then strike down your enemy with crits that you have for 6 seconds. Nothing in Fugitive. I took the KSP LMG here, since it's pretty much the best overall LMG. I didn't take this LMG on the previous Kingpin build, since the buzzsaw does actually better on killing dozers without crits. But since we have crits here, it's totally fine. I choose the compact 40 grenade launcher simply because it can one-shot kill heavy seals. No other secondary grenade launcher can do that. With Anarchist, your armor has a unique regen. There are these small bits of armor that you get back every few seconds. The regen is the fastest on the suit and the slowest on the ICTV. But you get more armor back in one tick on the ICTV compared to suit. You see, you might think that more armor is good and all. While that is true, you're never getting that armor back, since the regeneration ticks are so painfully slow on ICTV or even CTV. The longer the time is where you have no armor, the more likely it is that enemies will kill you. Hence why suit is so much better. You also get armor back whenever you hit an enemy with a cooldown of 1.5 seconds. You can also use Bullseye to get an extra armor regen. A big chunk of your health is converted into armor, making you believe that stuff like the ICTV is pretty good on it because much armor. But really, it's not. Am I right, Noli? When you do Death Sentence, do not even bother with any armor, just go for suit with this perk deck. Anarchist also just happens to have a 2-second god mode every 15 seconds. Let me explain what that means. Whenever your armor breaks, you get a 2-second god mode where enemies just can't kill you. But only every 15 seconds, so be aware. As always, I went for Inspire. One choker for some more armor on our suit, since Partners in Crime gives us more health, which will be converted into armor. This is enough armor to tank sniper shots and heavy seal shots, so it's more than enough. In Enforcer, there are some basic shotgun skills, shotgun or ace and bullseye ace. Reason why I went for bullseye ace is to build up armor pretty easily again, or to maintain your 2-second god mode easier by not letting your armor break. Trust me, it saved my life quite a lot of times. Low blow ace here for some crits. Circle ace for even more damage, and akimbo ace. Now obviously enough, this build isn't really meant for open maps, but for close quarter maps, this build just shreds. The akimbo Goliaths are super strong already, and combined with so many damage skills, just make this thing a war crime to use. The secondary shotgun is here to get rid of shields easier, those are faceplates or snipers. The Leech Perk deck is Overkill's latest attempt at making a new, fair and balanced Perk deck. Of course they failed with that completely, resulting in now the best Perk deck in the entire game. Better than Stoic, that is. Anyway, this Perk deck seems to be quite complicated for the new guy. As I said before, this is just a rough explanation. You might as well just read through the Perk deck's description and try it out yourself before you do death sentence. Similar to Kingpin, Leech has these amps that give you a 10-second god mode that you might survive depending on your health. You get 10 of these health chunks, and whenever you take any damage, one chunk is removed. If all chunks are gone, you will die after the amp has expired. These chunks can literally tank anything. Doesn't matter if it's a green dozer on DS, or even normal units on a crime spree rank like 80 million. Where they do an additional 24 million% more damage. It's essentially the better Kingpin. Now, you also get healed from the amp when you first use it. And when you're running it, upon 2 enemies killed, you get 1 chunk of health back. Oh, before you get confused, when using the amp, it removes all of your armor, so you cannot abuse stuff like bullseye, unlike with Kingpin. You might also watch out whenever your amp effect is gone, you should hide in cover to get armor back. But if you do die, you can just revive yourself with the amp after its 30-second cooldown, because why not? When you do revive yourself, make sure you either grab a medic bag or revive another player in your team, because if you don't, you die. You know, you somehow have to quote-unquote balance this perk deck, right, Overkill? The perk deck can also heal other players when you take damage during the amp effect. On top of that, the perk gives you a 1-second god mode like Anarchist, but instead of armor breaking, it is just you killing 2 enemies during the amp effect. Keep in mind that the Leech perk deck was released like a bit more than a week ago, so as it is for now, it might be hopefully nerfed in the future, so I guess watch out for that. Now for the build itself, I'm using medic bags here as the before mentioned factor that keeps you alive after reviving yourself with the amp. That's also why I'm using quick fix basic here, so you can deploy a medic bag faster. 1 Joker here, but no hostage taker, since the perk deck has insane healing rates to begin with. Since this build uses a sniper rifle, I of course went for the Grace skill here. Now here in Enforcer, there are some basic skills. However, I'm using shotgun or ace here on a sniper. I just really like this skill, I can't help myself. However, if you feel like changing it, remove shotgun or ace and put it into a confident ace for a second choker. The choice here is yours. In Technician there isn't much to mention except for the Surefire basic, or some more bullets in our magazine for the secondary SMG. Duck and cover Ace for some sprinting dodge because might as well. Have other target Ace so you have an easier time dealing with specials using the sniper. And 9 lives Ace here in Fugitive. The primary sniper is a R700. If you feel like it, you can obviously change out this sniper rifle to a different one. I just like it and perform pretty good with this sniper rifle here. The Krinko of SMG secondary here is basically the best secondary SMG damage wise. That's why I'm taking it.
Bitch ass nose are down. Drop it, cocksucker. Hands up. Drop this bitch. Nail pump. Shield incoming. Fuck you, shield. Fuck. Loading. Fuck. Yeah, sniper out. We got a cloaker. Decent flash, cloaker. I got the bitch ass shield. Dallas, come with me. You're not ready, shit. Hey, Dallas, follow me. Hands up, punk. Kill the bitch ass. Hands up, fucking ass. Suck it. Drop it, cocksucker. Suck my dick, Joseph Fuck. Drop it. I took care of Pumpkin. Fuck off, Joseph.
Hello everyone. I hope you enjoyed those 5 busted builds. I actually intended to upload this video like last week or something, but the new perk that got in the way, so I couldn't really make this one. Kinda glad though that it was added, so I was just able to add it in this video since it's so goddamn overpowered. You know, it would have been quite funny if I were to upload this video here, and literally the next fucking day, we would have gotten this new meta-changing perk deck. I would have cried. Well, not really, but you get the point. Anyway, I do honestly hope that they will nerf Leech at some point. It is just ridiculously overpowered. The 5th build here was actually supposed to be an armorer build, but I didn't really know what to do for it, so that's why I removed that and replaced it with Leech. What is also probably interesting is that on the Stoic build footage, I've done a Goat Simulator solo. Not for the sake of this video, but you know, I just had this solo lying around somewhere on my hard drive. I did this solo for training back then when I attempted my Bummer Miserable Solo. You know, it just happened to be the very same build in this video here. Well, not exactly, but it's basically the same thing. It's close enough. Also, if you were wondering how long I took on that intro, it was actually longer than what it took me to make the entire 5 builds. And the end result isn't even that great, but I'm not willing to spend more time into that. I at least learned a lot about my editing software thanks to that intro. Anyway, enough of me. I wish you all lads some happy Christmas. Have some great holidays or something. I'm gonna go rest now.